So I wanted to introduce my new channel name. I decided to name my channel Fat and Fit. I didn't want to go. I used the PH spelling for fat and fit because I didn't want to be. I wanted to be hip and vibe, but I also don't want to call myself fat. And I mean I am obviously fat, but I'm working on that, and I'm gonna keep working on that. And I'm gonna keep hiking, and I want to get other people that are overweight or unhealthy out here and hike too, because nothing that's the only thing stopping you is the mental game. Anybody can come out here and hike, and yeah, it's hard. Maybe it's harder for us than it is for other people, but right now I've lost 26 pounds so far on my hike. My pack average weight on my pack with food is about 28 pounds. That means I'm hauling 2 pounds, just 2 pounds. Most other people, I've got a 25-pound pack with my food and water and everything. It's like, yeah, my pack is 2 pounds over my starting weight. I'm a badass. Hello, everybody. It is March 15th. As you can clearly hear, it is raining today, and I am taking a zero at Around the Bend Hostel. I thought now would be a good time for me to sit down and try to explain what it is that pushes me to do this crazy thing that I am doing, basically backpacking through the woods. I love the trail. I love the community around the trail. The community really is what pushes me to come back out here year after year. This is my fourth Springer start. I hiked in 2013, I hiked in 2015, I hiked in 22, and I'm hiking again this year. I also hiked in 2012, but that year I didn't start at Springer. I started in Duncannon, Pennsylvania, going north, and ended up hiking Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York, and Vermont southbound. That was my first year hiking. Anyway, what brings me out here? It's the trail, the community, but really I love to push myself. I love to get up and go over a mountain, and when I get to that top of the mountain, I'm on top of the world. Even though it's not a very big mountain, mountains out here aren't as big as the other mountains on like the Continental Divide Trail or something, but they're still pushing yourself up that mountain. It's hard work. Hauling a pack, it's even harder. I weighed myself last night after taking a shower, and although I ate a bunch of town food yesterday, so it probably was a little skewed, I have lost 26 pounds since I started the trail in January 5th. I'm down to 332 pounds when I was 358 pounds when I started. So that's 26 pounds that I've lost. My pack on average weighs about 28 pounds. So effectively I'm carrying 2 extra pounds of weight. That's pretty good. There's such a beautiful sense of community out here on the trail. It doesn't matter who you are. Everybody's equal. I can sit down with a doctor or a lawyer or a PhD, somebody with a PhD. What you do when you're off the trail doesn't matter at all to anybody out here. There are a few people that are all snooty, but I mean, snooty people don't get very far, and they're very rare. I think one of the biggest problems this country has is that nobody talks to anybody. Everybody's got their little compact bubble. They see their friends, and they go to work, and they see work people, and they go home. But a lot of people in this country, they don't know who their next door neighbor is. They don't know. Even people in small towns, you might see the same people at the grocery store and the coffee shop, but if they're not in your bubble, you don't really talk to them. I think this country should have a class for high school students. You know, you're an adult now. It's okay to talk to strangers. So many people in this country, just nobody talks to anybody. I think that's a big problem this country has. I think if more people talk to each other, if more people talk to people outside of their little social bubble, then this country would have fewer problems than what it has. And this crosses all political. This isn't a political thing. It crosses everything. Nobody talks to anybody anymore. I used to live in San Francisco years ago when I was 26, 27, and I remember one time I was riding the bus to work, and I rode the same bus, same time slot every day going to and from work. and I saw the same people routinely. But one time I got on the bus and I said hello to somebody, and they looked at me like I was an alien with 3 heads. It's like nobody at all. Even if you see the same people every day, you don't really talk to them. You might have your neighbor. You might wave, kill out to your neighbor every day, but do you know that person's name? Probably not. It's just sad. So on the Appalachian Trail, out here in the community is totally different. You could walk into a town, you could walk on into the grocery store or a restaurant in town, you see another hiker and it's nothing. You walk over and say, hey, can I sit with you? Can we hang out and chat? And how's your hike going? And what's your name? And sure, you give them a trail. Everybody has trail names out here and they can reinvent themselves. But I mean, that's part of the charm. I mean, sure, I want to see what's over the next hill or up onto the next viewpoint, but the real thing that pushes me out here, the real thing that I love the most is just the absolutely fantastic community that exists out here among hikers. There's an old quote, I don't remember it exactly. It had something to do with measuring yourself against the land. And maybe that's what I'm doing too. I want to prove that I am. I don't know. I don't even know. And then the third reason I come out here and hike is I want to prove that other larger people can come out here and hike. Too many ads. Pick a company. Go to their web page. I bet you 99% of the web pages, all the models are little skinny guys, skinny girls, and that's great. But 90% of this population in this country, I mean, not nice. Let's call it 75% of the people in this country look more like me. Alright, so I looked it up. According to the Food and Drug Administration, 40% of Americans are obese. According to a Harvard study, 70% of Americans are overweight or obese. So, somewhere in that range. And yet, it seems like all of the major advertising agencies, all the major sportswear companies, Under Armour, Nike, all the sports gear wear companies, all of them, every single one of them, advertises with skinny, super in shape models. I don't know about the rest of you, but when I look at websites like that, I go on the website and I'm looking at their models and I'm trying to find clothes that fit me, which is incredibly hard to do. I see a bunch of skinny models and I get depressed, and now I don't feel like shopping anymore. I just want to find a pint of Ben & Jerry's and eat away my depression. So I think companies really need to start using human-sized models to sell their clothes, and maybe also selling human-sized clothes, because I mean, I'm not extra small. I know a lot of people aren't. But there's no reason we shouldn't be out there hiking, because we need to lose the dang weight. So, I mean, this is an Amazon Essentials t-shirt that I'm wearing. It's not anything specifically made for hiking. And of course, then I've got my kilt, and this is a, I can't remember the name, but I'll link it in my description. But yeah, I'm hiking in a kilt. Can't really tell because I'm sitting, sorry. I'll get somebody to take a picture of me later on once it stops raining. But yeah. Oh, and my boots. I'm hiking with the boots on my Ultras, the Temps. And I got these at REI. When I first got them, I thought they were a little too small for me, and I still think they might be a little too small for me. I need to wear my ultra thin socks when I'm hiking in them, but they're pretty comfortable, and they started to grow on me. I like them better than when I first got them. Lightning storm just started with thunder and lightning. Thankfully, I'm at a hostel tonight. Whoa. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
And then there's a left pass, side pass, cut turn, and so a pass is when the lady passes, because the West Coast swing is a slot thing. Not a slot.
You got rid of her.